Welcome to practice number 13. In this practice, we will be modeling this piece in here. After we get the piece modeled, we are going to make the tech draw. And as you can see from the drawing, the design is pretty simple. However, the challenging part of this design is going to be constraining your sketch. And that's what we want you to practice today. So before you watch the video and see how I do it, try this by yourself first and then watch the video and do a little bit of a comparison between your method of constraining a sketch like this and mine and see who does it better. Let's go to Freecad now. Empty file from here, create body, create sketch, choose the plane, and now we are here. So now how I would approach sketching, making a sketch. First thing, I would probably make the circle. As you can see, there is a radius 25. So I would make the circle which has the diameter of 50. That's what I would make first. And then I would use the polyline tool and I would get the shape of this piece using the polyline tool up to here. And then I would mirror this whole thing and get the other section. And in the end, I would just add the constraints to the other side. Okay, so that's how I would do it. Now let's go. Circle from here to the center. We said the diameter is 50. That's the first thing. Right click, exit the tool. Now we have the polyline tool in here. Click onto the circle. And now the idea is to just get the shape of the piece. So like this, like this. We are just trying to get the shape. And now back to the drawing. You see I have a fillet in here. Now I'm still in the polyline tool. So how do I change to the fillet? From the keyboard, if I press M, it goes like this. If I press M again, it goes like this. Third time, I get the fillet. So press M and get the fillet. And now we are in here. I will click onto here and then I will click here and go straight to here and I will finish off onto the line like this. Right click, exit the tool. Now we have the shape somewhat and let's start adding dimensions and constraining this part. So from here I can see that there is a tangent. There's a tangent constraint in here. Click on the line, click on the circle and constrain tangent. That's first thing. Then let's start adding dimensions. From the drawing, I can see that this is 75. Our coordinate is in here. The radius of this is 25. So if I go 25 to here, it means that this is 50. 50, 40, 55. Okay. D from the keyboard, 50. This was 40. And from here to this dot was 55. And we are here. Right click, exit the tool. So what else is needed? We can see in here, this is a straight. We need a constraint in here. Now it's vertical. And this one was 8 millimeters from the drawing. We can see it. This one was 8. This is 10 and this is 15. Let's make these. This is 15. Here it's 10 millimeters. From here to here it's 40 because the piece is 80 wide, so this 40. And we have this is 65 and this is 40. Okay, 65 like this. Now there was a constraint missing in here, so we will add a constraint. Now it's okay. This one from the drawing is 6, so half of it is 3 millimeters and 40. back to here, 3, and this is 40. Let's just check. I will click on here, and now I will just check the dimension. Let's see, is it how much? It's 32. You can see from the drawing 32. So everything should be okay. Right click, exit the tool. It is constrained. Now it is constrained. As you can see, now I have to mirror this. But before we mirror, what should we do? It's a bit messy in here with all these dimensions and constraints and everything else. So just click on this eye. Now hide them all. Select them all like this. They are all selected. And we have in here, where was it? Where was it? Where was it? This one, symmetry. Click on it. And then click on this line. And we are here. Perfect. But the thing that you should notice that we have our constraints on this side. But on this side, all the dimensions and constraints they are not there. So we have to add them one by one. I will hide this now. And let's start adding the constraints. So first, if I move this, just check it. See, it moves, and it needs to be onto here, onto the circle. So I will click this dot and click the circle and constraint coincident. Then it needs to be a tangent constraint in here. Tangent. Now it's constrained. You see this one, it moves, and it needs to be linear with this one and symmetrical. The dimension needs to be symmetrical. So let's add a symmetry constraint. Click on this dot, this line, this dot, symmetry. Now it's symmetrical. You see this one? It's moving right and left. It needs to be aligned with this dot. So we will just add an alignment constraint like this. And let's look at this. This needs to be symmetrical. Click on this dot, click on the line, click on the dot, symmetry constraint. Same thing with this one. It needs to be symmetrical. So let's add another symmetry constraint. And this is just like a try and error thing. You just have to try and see. If you look at this, it moves right and left only. We need it aligned with this one. Let's align it. Where was the constraint? It didn't work. I did something wrong. It needs to be close like this here. And then I have to align it. Now it's aligned. If we look at this one, it moves up and down. First, I will constrain this dot to this using coincident constraint, C from the keyboard, and then the symmetry constraint on here. Just like this. Now it's fully constrained. However, we have this extra part in here. We need to trim this out. So the trim tool is in here. Click on it and trim this out. The drawing is still fully constrained. Everything is okay. We can go back to our main drawing. You can see from here that we have three 50 diameter holes in the design. So we need to make them. Let's make our holes first. Circle here. Second one is here. Third one is in here. D from the keyboard for dimension, and I will just double click. Why is it blue? Let's see. Do I have something? Yep, I have this setting. Now it's okay. D from the keyboard, like this. 50. And now click on the circles, constraint equal. Now they are equal. Also, we know that these are symmetric in dimension to the line. So choose them all, constraint symmetric. Now they are symmetric. Now the only thing that we need to do is to position them. We know they are aligned in here, 50 and 20. Okay. Dimension from here to here is 20. And I know it is aligned with this dot. So I will just add an alignment. and our sketch is fully constrained. We can close it. The thickness seems to be missing from the drawing. It's 10 millimeters. Pad it, 10, everything is okay. Here is our design. Now let's go to the tech draw part. From here, go to the tech draw workbench, template from here, insert. You have your regular Freecad templates that you can use. I have my own. I will click on this one, and here is my template. Add my piece to the paper, click on the piece, click on here, insert view, rotate it, and we are ready to go. The scale seems to be okay, so I'm not going to play with the scale. If you want to play with the scale, you can play with it. Press OK, and we are here. Let's start adding the dimensions. Very easy. D from the keyboard, and we will just slowly start to add the dimensions like this. Very simple process, but I will from now on always in our practices we are going to make the tech draw. There are some things that you need to know. It's good to make the tech draw. So for example, now I would like to have my dimension just like this to this point from here to here. If I go back to the sketch, I don't have anything to connect to, so I cannot press this, click on this dot and click onto here. It doesn't work. So I need to add a dot in here. Now I have a tool, which is this one, insert cosmetic vertex. If you click on this and then click on here, then press OK. The position now is going to be 0, 0. I will explain. This 0, 0 position is not the coordinate 0, 0, which you have in here. This 0, 0 position is the middle of the piece, the middle of the piece. If you look at the piece, it's 170, it's in the center. 80, it's in the center. That's what this 0, 0 point means. So if I want to add a point on here, 170 divided by 2, 85, and I have to go to this side, so it's negative 85, and the y direction is 0. So negative 85, and I can get a dot onto here. Let's do that. I will press Ctrl Z to get rid of this. It's gone. Again, now choose the view and choose Insert Cosmetic. And in here, I will put X negative 85. See what happens. Press OK, and I have a dot in here. Now, when I want to add a dimension, D from the keyboard, click on here, and click on here, like this. See? This is how you do it. These are little tricks that you will not get if you don't practice making the tech draw, even though sometimes it takes time and it's boring, but still it's a good thing to practice this. That's why I will try to always have this tech draw making part in here in my videos, even though they take time. They take a lot of time, but still. Radius 25, diameter 15. These diameters are also 15. You can add them, or you can put 3x somewhere on there, but I will add them like this. This diameter in here, like this. This is 6 millimeters. We can add this one also in here, but you get the idea. This is how you add the dimensions to your piece. Now, let's say we want to add the thickness of the piece. We can use this one, for example. If let's say I would like, or actually, let's not use this one. We will use this one. Click on the view, click on here, click on the piece somewhere, let's say here, and double click. And now I will write T, which resembles thickness, and let's say 10. That's our thickness. Like this, I will change this into a dot and maybe change the scale of this one, 2.8. And now I have the thickness of the piece like this. You can add it maybe in here, it would be better, but that's how you add the thickness. Or you can add the side view and add the thickness to the side view, whichever you like. You have these circles. Let's add our, choose them all like this, and let's add the circle center lines in this way. And what else we can do? Is there something missing? Let's add some more dimensions. From here to here is, no, this one is unnecessary. Let's add this dimension. From here to this dot, it's 20. From here to this dot, 75. Like this. This is better. Or actually, let's do it this way. Maybe this is more. I will add it from here, from here to here. Now, there are many ways you can add these dimensions, but just to give you the idea. And we can add this one also to this line. From here to here, 50, like this. Adding dimensions should be very simple. Now I'm going to add the 3D. So the 3D, first thing you go to the model, zoom in, back to your page, and we have from here the camera tool. Click on it. You can crop the image if you know how to use it. Just put 100, for example. Let's put 80, for example. And here's our 3D. Put the frames on, move it somewhere here, add your information, and your drawing should be enough. Thanks for